Hello everybody, here we're back with Apocrypha, the adventure card game, and we're playing the third of the Candle Point missions, Detox. The lowdown. Dogs howl as alarms ring out at Superior Lignite. UWC's mineralogists say that outflow from the mine has leaked into the aquifer and the rains are carrying the particulates to Candle Point. This in turn has had an effect on the springtime growth. A big effect. Mother Nature seems in a less than motherly mood. Maybe following that barking will let you clean things up in time. So we're basically trying to, the reason why I chose this one as the next mission is because it's a lot more normal, as it were, because you can have all of your people at the same place, or you can move them around quite freely. So this strict going from one nexus to one nexus to one nexus and always everybody being at the same nexus isn't the case here. So what are we facing? We are facing Kudzu. When we, it's a true threat. When we take damage, we do not suffer the damage. When we lose, we shuffle one new threat into each nexus. So that's not a good thing. And then we have the pollution, initiate. Everybody suffers one body damage, everyone at the same nexus. And when you evaluate, if the result is less than 14, shuffle one new body gift into a random nexus. That's not a bad thing, but it would mean that we would end up with more encounters. And of course, we only have 24 on the clock, so that could be a problem. In addition, if we lose at versus a true threat at a doom nexus, we have to sacrifice the top card of the clock. And when you evaluate versus a gift and we lose, we suffer damage as if it were a threat. So it's very important not to lose. So I'm going to put these away because these are the true threats. And we again have our friends Alice Moon, Ruby Doomsday, Alice Moon and Gabriela Vargas. And we are going to, first of all, draw everyone's hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to make a decision what we are going to do. 2, 4, 5, 6 with regard to who goes where. 3, 4, 5. And I believe we will start off at the same nexus. And we're going to, just for the sake of the game, we're going to start at the farm. And the farm needs to be turned to its hope side as soon as possible, because in order to seal it, if it's on its doom side, you would have to confront the Hayman, and he's a true threat, and we just don't want to encounter him. So let's get this party started. Let's see what everybody's got in their hands. So Alice Moon has Omens of Doom and Omens of Hope, a Magic Mason Jar, Mondrian Cell, Muscle Memory, and Charm Bracelet. So that's good. Ruby Doomsday has an Omen of Hope, a Wolfram Cube, an Omen of Doom, Bruiser, and Charm Bracelet. And lastly, we have Gabriela Vargas, and she has no omens. Oh, she does. She has an Omen of Hope. So we really need to get through this one first, because I don't want to run into the into the Hayman. So first of all, we're going to draw a card, and it's an Omen of Doom horror show. And I need to switch out my glasses because I'm not wearing my reading glasses. So it's all a little bit too small. But age does have its compensations, trust me. So, flip your nexus to Doom and investigate it. In evaluate versus a threat, trash the highest die. Now, it's very likely that we will run into a threat, because there are 4 threats in this one and plus 1 true threat. So we are not going to play this Omen. We are going to play this one, Omen of Doom, Feedback. In Evaluate Trash, the highest mind die. Now, mind isn't her preferred stat anyway, and it is lucky numbers. And it's a nice one, but it's not necessarily one that we are looking at, but we will be using her 4 body die that she has, looking for an 11 on 3. If we don't get it, we will be suffering damage though. And we didn't get it. So we're suffering, that's terrible actually. That's 8. So we're suffering 3 damage. But we can play this card, Charm Bracelet. Discard, decrease body or soul damage by 5. So that was because we have to remember that, of course, in this game, when you lose against a gift, you will end up with damage. So we're going to play Omen of Hope, flip your Nexus to Hope, and investigate it. In Assemble versus a gift, add 1 bonus die. Assemble using body, add 1 body die. And it's of course not a gift, it's a siren song. Okay, so that's interesting. If we use body, we add 1 body die. And that's her strongest suit anyway, so we're gonna use this. We're gonna add 1 die. She doesn't have resist, so she's gonna play the bruiser. She's gonna add 1 more body die. We're looking for 15. Let's see, are we going to... We have the Mondrian cell, which we could use. And we're going to play Halligan Bar and recycle this card. And she gets to add 1 rage die, just to be on the safe side. And we're looking for 15. Oh, and actually, did this have resist? No, it didn't. No, but it does have strike. Sorry. The card that we just played also has strike, and Ruby has strike as well. This is my big thing that I keep forgetting, so she gets 1 additional die. We're looking for 15. And we've got 6. Oh, that's not enough. That's 11. 14, but all is not lost. We're going to play the Mondrian cell. No, actually we're going to Gabriella is going to use her special ability. During Evaluate, recycle 1 gift matching your skill. This one matches her skill Hack, which means we add 1 to the die roll. And she manages to do this. So we win against this threat. We're rolling awfully today. So she wins against this threat. And she gets to examine 1. We examine 1, and it is the minion 3. So we could, in theory, go to seal after encountering this minion. But of course we could also run into the master. So this is something that I haven't been able to show you yet, but I'll show you what happens. So hopefully we will win. We will all have to take some body damage for this. But first of all, everybody draws up to 5. And Ruby is going to move, because she doesn't want to take any body damage. So she's going to move to the park. Next up is our friend Alice. And she's going to first draw a card, and it's an Omen of Doom. So we will play the Omen of Hope. Assemble versus a threat, add 1 bonus die. We already know that we will be assembling against a bonus die, against a threat, so we draw the card, and it's pollution. So we get 1 bonus die for the omen. In Initiate, everybody needs to suffer 1 body damage. So she's going to suffer muscle memory. And Gabriella doesn't have any body damage per se, so she just shuffles her cards and then she just discards, she discards 1, and that was not the one that I wanted her to discard, but hey, but it's a tool, she can get that one back. So we have 1 because we're assembling against a threat. We get 2 because her study is 2 and the pollution is 2, and we're going to use mind, which is her strongest suit, and she gets 4 for that. And she has the Mondrian cell, which allows her to do interesting things. Search. No search. Okay, so yeah, she is going to use the Mondrian cell if required. And we rolled 9, 12. That is enough to win against the pollution, but our result is less than 14. So we shuffle 1 new body gift into a random nexus. Okay, so first of all we take a die. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 and 6 are a reroll. So it's a 5, so we reroll. It's a 1, so we actually shuffle 1 new body gift into this nexus. So we have 1 against the pollution, and it says if you win against a minion type A, you can go to Sanctify. So, and this is important, how does Sanctify actually work? Well, if allowed, you may attempt to guard or seal. So, and this is where we really need to look at the rules, because if a power, typically on the mission or structure, allows it, you may attempt to seal your nexus, otherwise skip this step. In the seal step, you may attempt a check or pay the cost. The cost is choose one, reload 2 body gifts or recycle 1 body gift. Let's see, can we even do this? Oh, actually we can't. So it's not going to happen because we do not have the relevant body gifts to work on this. So Alice Moon is not going to, she's going to play the Magic Mason Jar, which allows her to recycle this card and check out what's in the Nexus. And it is the Trauma Kit. So she is now going to not do anything. She's going to draw up to 6 cards. And the turn passes over to Gabriella, who's going to, and she's going to examine the second card as well, because that's her thing, and it's also a body gift. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Gabriella now has 2 Omens of Hope. And she only has 1 card. And we would be looking at a body check. She's going to attempt it. She's going to play this card. And she's going to assemble this. Can anyone help? Not really, we could mutate the card, but we're not going to. We're looking for 10 on 3 dice, rolling 4. And this time around it actually did work out for us. We got 17, so she gets the trauma kit. And she's going to seal the nexus using the trauma kit. She's going to take the trauma kit, she's going to recycle it. No, actually we can't now because she hasn't won against the, and this is the thing, she's not the person who won against the the minion. So we have to, this is how I read this, we have to keep going through this now. So she's going to play another Omen and confront, decrease your damage to 0. It's makeshift armor. She's going to use her hack, and we're looking for 10 again. But before we do this, we're actually going to use this in support and check what's on top, and it's another body gift. Okay, so it's big body gifts coming up. And we have 11, which is enough, so she gets the makeshift armor. And she's then going to end her turn. And she is going to move. What about Alice? No, Alice wouldn't be able to. Okay. Yeah, so she's going to stay at this nexus. And we're going to put it over there. It's on its hope side. And they're both at the farm. She's going to draw up to 5 cards. And next up is Ruby Doomsday. She's at the park. And we draw 1 card, and it is an Omen of Hope. And she is going to play Curiosity. And the card that comes out is Minion 16. That is the dog. And the dog does the following, the watchdog. Initiate, display its archetype at your nexus. While displayed, if anyone suffers damage, decrease the damage to 0, then shuffle 1 new gift into a random nexus. So he's going to be staying here by the nexus. And then we're going to play the Omen of a Doom Horror Show. And it is the Keyhole Necklace. And that would be Soul and Charm. Or Body and Charm. We're going to use Body and Charm. And we're looking for 13 on 3 dice. And we get plenty. We get 17. So we take this necklace, which is a good thing. We're also going to play the Omen of Hope, Starlight. Flip your nexus to Hope. Then you may and examine 1. So the top card is Authorities. Yeah. Yes. Then you may investigate it. We are going to investigate it. We are going to use, first of all, charm. We are going to use soul, because then it's only 12, and we're going to recycle the Halligan bar, which lets us add 1 body die to this. So in total we are rolling 4 dice and we're looking for 12. Oh, that wasn't good enough. So can we do anything about this? No, we can't actually. Nope. Okay, so what happens is we have the watchdog, so we don't suffer any damage. We first of all decide which nexus, and we have to re-roll, so it's a 6 again, 1. So we're going to reshuffle, we're going to put 1 new gift into a random nexus and display its archetype at that nexus. So we're now going to make a decision what kind of gift it's going to be. It's a 2, so it will be a soul gift. That goes into the farm. And the watchdog now moves to the farm. And the authorities go back into the park. And Ruby didn't really do so well. She doesn't have any omens left, so she's now going to draw up to her full hand of 5, and then she's going to move back to the farm to be with everyone else. And next up is our friend Alice. So everyone's now at the farm, and the watchdog is there as well. And it means we will not be taking any damage, but we will be adding cards, which is not necessarily something we want to do. So let's draw an omen, and it's an omen of doom. Recycle 1 random card. Recycle 1 random card. Okay, we're going to recycle 1 random card. No, first of all, do we have anything that helps us? Well, let me see. Heal 3 surge gifts. She's got no surge gifts, and she's got no surge gifts, so that's not going to happen. During support, we're going to play this to recycle it and heal 2. So Ruby is going to heal 2 cards, because we might just as well do it now. And then we're going to play this Doom, recycle 1 random card, then flip your Nexus to Doom and investigate it. We're going to recycle this card. Flipping the Nexus. It's terrible, she needs to... Death's Heads. That may not be so bad. First of all, she has 3 soul. We're going to mutate the card just to be on the safe side. So here's our mutation deck, which we're going to shuffle. We're going to roll a die, and we're going to take the third from the top, which is unseen. Let's see what happens. We rolled a 4. Mutate, roll 1 die. If the result is not less than their total mind, they suffer 2 mind damage. 2 is not less, but it is less, so nothing happens. Okay, so I'm cool with that. So we've got a Wolfram cube which we can play. We're going to recycle this to add 1 body die to the check. It doesn't really help her because she doesn't have, so she gets 4 dice. Then we're going to play tech support. Discard this card to heal 3 hack and or tool cards. So Gabriella is going to do this. Does it heal or... Yeah, so she needs to shuffle her deck after this. And then yeah, we're going to try this. We're looking for 12. And we got 14, so that was easily done. This one goes away, so we killed that threat. We get to heal 1, so that's her whole discard pile. And that's all she's going to do. Going to end her turn. On end, she would need to bury 1 card from her, 1 random card from a discard pile. She doesn't have any discard pile, so that's well done. So nothing happens there, and she draws up to 6 cards. So she's now at 4. So she draws 2 more cards. And next up is Gabriela Vargas, and we're now going to examine the top 2 cards because that's our ability: muscle memory again, and a murder board. So we get 2 gifts coming up. So we're going to draw a card. It's an omen of hope. Okay, so first of all, we're going to play the omen of hope Judgment, which lets us draw 1 card, and then we get to investigate the nexus, and it's muscle memory, and it's resist, and 3 body dice, 12. And we rolled 16. So that's enough. So we take muscle memory and we investigate. Oh, sorry, we should have turned this to... Oh, she could have added 1 more body die actually, because it was using body. And then she's going to play the Omen of Hope again, the hookup. Flip your nexus to hope. It is in assembling versus a gift, add 1 bonus die. It's the murder board. We know it is. It's a gift, a rage gift. So she gets to add 1 bonus die. She also gets to use her rage, which is 3. And it's got the keyword strike, so she gets 1 more for her skill strike. We're looking for 7 on 3 dice. And she got 17. So that's good. She takes this card. Oh God. And she ends her turn. So we need to go through this deck because we cannot now just go to Sanctify because we were not able to do it when we had the okay. It's now okay. Let's see. It's now our friend Ruby again. She's going to take a chance in evaluating versus a gift trash the highest die, and we're flipping it to Doom, and it is a gift. Oh god. So she's going to use body, and she is going to, and that's all she's got. So she's got 9, she's got 10, that's not enough. But we are going to use muscle memory, re-roll during evaluate 1 body or rage die, and she gets to discard this card after. No, we're actually going to do this differently. We're going to leave it at that, and we are going to use the fact that this is resist, so it's one of Gabriella's skills. She gets to recycle this gift, and we add 1 to the die roll, and the lucky numbers are with us, with Ruby. And Ruby's going to play the Omen of Hope, Sustenance. Flip your nexus. In assembling using body, add 1 bonus die. And it's Stash. And she is going to use... this is going to be fun. Okay, Stash is an interesting person to play against, because Stash is actually a threat, but if you win, you draw a new gift of each virtue and keep 1, and then you may shuffle the rest into your nexus. So we're not going to do that. We assemble using body. In assembling using body, add 1 bonus die, and we also have sense 2. So we're looking for 12. And we got 18. So we won. He goes away. We get to draw 1 random gift from each area. So we have 1 mind gift, 1 body gift, 1 soul gift, and 1 rage gift. And let's see what we've got. We've got Twitchcraft. Assemble using rage, recycle, use soul instead. Then if at the Doom Nexus, add 1 rage die. That's actually 1 for Alice, that's a really good one. Jekyll formula. Evaluate slot. While slotted, evaluate, explode 6 as an upgrade, rage dice, trash mind dice, and then discard 1 card or sacrifice this gift. Well, Vice Dog. Support, discard, examine 1. If it's a threat, recycle this gift instead. And Universal Product. Now, that's the one that I wanted to remove, because you actually have to use the... We're going to draw this one again, because I never know what this is. So we're going to just draw a random. And that is, ooh, Parasite. During support you can discard it, and the active player examines 2 from any nexus and returns the examined cards in any order. We're going to go with Twitchcraft. And we're going to put everything else back into the the box. We're not going to put them into the Nexus because we want to leave the Nexus as soon as possible. So we have 5 cards. We don't need to draw up to anything. We don't have any more stuff, so we cannot do anything. So next up is our friend Alice Moon, and she draws an omen. And that's not good. Deviltry. We need to recycle 1 random card. We're going to look at the card, and it is Gutter Snipes. Oh god, body 12, sense. So 1 for sense, body 12. We're going to mutate this card. First of all, we're going to shuffle our mutation deck. Then we're going to roll a die. And it's 6, so we have to roll again because we only have 5 cards. It's 2, and it is unseen again. And we rolled a 5, and a 5 is mutate. Roll 1 die. If the result is not less than their total mind damage, they suffer 1 mind damage. It is 4. Sorry, her mind is 4 and sense is 1, so it's 5, so it's fine. Okay, so we're looking for 12 here. And we've got 11, 13, which is enough. So the gutter snipes go away. Now, a Nexus that is empty is automatically sealed. So we don't need to face the Heyman. So this one is done. We all now need to move. So she has 5 cards, so she doesn't need to draw. The omens go away. The watchdog also goes away. And next up is Gabriela Vargas, and we're all moving to the park, where we've already been, and it is still on the hope side. Gabriela's going to draw an omen, and it's an omen of hope, which she plays immediately because she doesn't have it. Oh, sorry, we're going to take a look at the top 2 cards because we can, and it is authorities and authorities. So we're going to have 2 fights using soul or mind. In assembling using body, add 1 bonus die. Unfortunately, we won't be using body. Okay, but we can bring down the cost of soul gifts when we're looking into this by 1. Yeah, problem is we don't really have anything that we can use. Yeah. So it's charm or study. So for charm she gets 1, and we're going to take 3. Mind, because she can actually mutate this card and help herself. We're going to mutate this card. First of all, we roll, shuffle, we roll. It's number 1. It's swarming, great. And it's 4, and it says terminate, confront a copy of this threat. Great. Okay. We're looking for 15, and we got not enough. We got 13, but we are going to re-roll these 2 dice, and that was enough. So we managed to do this. We draw 1 new rage gift, so it means like we met the authorities and we basically talked to them, and we found something in their car, and it's a switchblade. So now somebody else needs to face them, and we're going to give this one to Alice Moon. she's going to face a copy of this card. And she gets 12. Exactly, 9, 12. So this card goes away, but she also gets to draw a rage gift. And she draws Hitman Sampler. Support Berry, heal 3 strike gifts. It's not too bad. And then Gabriella is not going to investigate again because she can't. She comes to the end of her turn, doesn't need to draw up to anything. So next up is Ruby Doomsday. She draws a card and it is an Omen of Doom. She doesn't have any others, so recycle 1 random card. So first of all, she's going to make a decision. Does she want to do anything? Nope. So she recycles this card. And then we switch to Doom and we meet the authorities again. And that's terrible because she's really bad at both of these skills. So she's going to use Soul. She has Charm. She's going to discard this. To get 1 more. Does anyone have anything that would help? Assemble? No. And over here, no. No. So we're looking for 12. Oh, that was well done. That's 17. So she gets a new rage gift. And it is extra razor blades. And she has no more omens, so she is going to end her turn. She draws up to 5, and it's now Ruby. And Ruby, it's now Alice. She draws a card, and it's an Omen of Hope. A threat. Okay. Flip your nexus in evaluation versus the gift, trash the highest die. She's going to use Soul. And she is going to nobody has anything that would help. Oh yeah, we're going to sacrifice the... No, we're not going to do that. We're going to try and find 9 in here somewhere. And we found... We found 5, but we've got lucky numbers, which says evaluate, discard, reroll dice that show the same numbers. So we're going to see how that works for us. So we're going to reroll these 2 dice. And it's a lot better now because now we've got 13. This comes into our hand. It's a soul gift, so we need to recycle it, which we do. And we're going to play Omen of Hope, Hush, flip your nexus to Hope, flip, and then investigate it. And it is Madame Rue's Elixir. And again, we're going to try and get it for 3 plus Conjure. And we rolled 14. So we get this. And that's us done. We're going to check the top 2 cards. And it's Devil Bird and the Red Shoes. And the Devil Bird is body or rage and sense. Okay. Okay, so next up is Gabriella. Plays an Omen of Hope. In Assemble versus a Gift, we know already that this is not going to happen, but she's going to encounter this Devil Bird. The recommended order: hear it, shoot it, figure out whether you shot the right thing. Okay, so initiate, we suffer 1 rage damage and somebody else does 2. We're going to suffer the Switchblade, and then somebody else is going to suffer rage as well. We're going to suffer this one. Okay. So then we're going to assemble 3 for rage. And then we're going to recycle the murder board to add 1 more rage die. And then we are going to hope for the best. 8, 10. That's not enough because we're looking for 12. That's terrible. So what we're going to do is we are going to recycle this to decrease body or rage damage to 0. But this means this card is shuffled back into the Nexus. Now she's done. She needs to draw up to 5 cards. The clock is fast ticking. It's Ruby Doomsday. She plays Omen of Doom feedback. Flip your Nexus and evaluate. Trash the highest mind die. And it is Hitman Sampler. 1, 2, 3. Strike. 8, 10. That's just enough. She gets the card, but she can't investigate any further. It's the end of her turn. Next up is our friend Alice. Alice has an omen in her hand and she draws another one. It's an Omen of Doom. If it's a gift avoided, then do it again. It's Minion 2. That is the pollution. First of all, everyone suffers 1 body damage. She doesn't have body, so she needs to just draw a random card and sacrifice it, and discard it. She has body, so she gets the trauma kit, which is terrible. And she has a body gift, which also goes away. Okay, next up is, she's going to use mind. So she's going to figure out what this pollution is, and she's going to use study, which is she's got 2 of. And then she is going to, no, she's not charming. Yeah, and we're going to try our best. We're looking for 11 on 3 dice. 12, 16, that's enough. If the result is less than 14, it's not. So we have managed to win. This goes away. And now we're going to try and seal it. And we're going to do this by sacrificing an omen. So now we're going to check out the rest of the cards. And we know that the master isn't in here. So this one goes away. This Nexus is sealed. And next up is drawing up to 5 cards. She's then going to move. She's going to move to the woods, and Gabriella has the ability to move with someone, so she's going to do this. And of course Ruby has to leave as well because the nexus is essentially cleared out, and we're going to check up. She has 6 cards in her hand. She needs to check out the first top cards. It's minion 1 on top and an omen of doom. So Gabriella now draws a card. We're in the woods. If we lose versus a wicked gift, we have to sacrifice a card. We know already that the first 2 cards aren't wicked gifts. So, I'm going to play an omen. Trash the highest mind die. We have minion 1, which is the pollution. So she's not going to use mind because she would have to trash the highest die. She's going to use body. So what she's going to do is she's actually going to use her strength to, you know, find a way to maybe close the sluice valve so to ensure that the water doesn't flow any further. We're looking for 12, and we need to suffer 1 body damage, so we don't have any damage. Just gonna suffer a random damage. Everybody suffers a random damage. Okay. Goody. We're going to mutate this card. Six, so we have to roll again. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Swarming, great. And we rolled a 6. Assemble, add 1 bonus die for each saint assisting. Well, we've 1 person assisting, so we're going to add. So we have 3, and hack is 1, and then this. Okay, cool. So Ruby is going to let us re-roll. And that's badly needed. This is terrible. Oh, sorry, we were going to use the Wolfram Cube as well. Because this is, so yeah. We're just going to re-roll those anyway. And that's a lot better. 15, that's enough. And the result isn't less than 14, so we have managed to do this. So we have successfully staved off the pollution, and now we would need to sacrifice the bottom card of our decks to seal this nexus. I don't feel like doing this at all, so we're just going to draw up to 5. And it is now Ruby Doomsday. She draws 1 card, and it's an Omen of Doom again. It's not looking too good. So she's going to suffer 1 body or rage damage, then flip your nexus to dark. Crap.
It's an omen of pain. Evaluate, trash the highest rage die, glad hander. Oh god, that's what she's really bad at. Okay, we're gonna use soul. And we're gonna use charm. We're gonna play Twitchcraft to add one more soul die. Let's see, is there anything we can do during support? Heal 3 surge gifts. We're going to do this on the next turn. But we're going to play the Halligan bar, which lets us recycle the card, and she gets one body die. And since it's got strike and she's got strike, she also gets an additional die. And then let's hope we can use we're not using rage, so we don't need to worry about having to trash the highest die. Okay, that's 18, so she doesn't need to do anything. So they go away. She doesn't have anything else she can play, so she draws up to 5 cards. Evaluate versus a threat, assemble using rage. Halligan bar, okay. Next up is our friend Alice Moon. She draws an omen from the clock. It's an omen of karma, of hope, good karma. Gabriella is going to use her charm bracelet. She's going to discard it to let someone else heal 3 surge gifts. And the person who's going to get to do this is Ruby Doomsday, because she's got Twitchcraft, which is surge, she's got extra razor blades, which is surge, and she's got Hitman Sampler as well. So she's going to heal these 3 cards. And then we are going to play does nobody have a jar? A mason jar? Nope. Oh, we're going to slot the love battery. During support, slot, while slotted, confront, may lower the cost to play gifts. So, in confront, so even against gifts, and it is the gutter snipes. No, that was... No. Why does she have the Hitman Sampler? Okay, I have no idea. We can either use rage or body. We're going to use body. And she's also going to play Charm Bracelet before she does anything else, so she gets to heal 2 surge gifts. She has Sense 1. Or we could do it this way. Let me just check. She could use 1. No, we're going to stay this way. 1, 2. Oh, no, we're going to do it this way. Haha. So she's going to use Rage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. But she's going to play the Monsteropedia, which allows her to use Mind instead. So she gets 4 dice. She gets 1 for study, and since she is skilled in study, she can recycle this gift instead of discard it. And then she is going to we're going to play this Halligan Bar, which adds 1 body die. And we get 14. That's not enough. However, Gabriella's going to help, and she's going to use the Pearl handled revolver, which has strike, so we lower the cost by 1, or we add 1 to the die roll, and that was a success. We're going to play Omen of Hope, going to get the Cryptid. Oh, that's a terrible one. Okay, So she gets 1 for sense, that's for sure. She's going to play Hitman Sampler. She's going to bury this card, so she gets back the Rage gift she has. She only has the 1. We're looking at 3 body dice. However, she could also be using, okay, if she were to use, oh, she gets to draw 1 card actually, that's important. She drew an Omen of Doom, which doesn't really help. Okay, so she could use Rage. Get 1 die, get 1 die, and get 1 die. That doesn't help, so we're going to leave it at that. We're going to mutate the card. Where's my mutation deck? Six, roll again, 3, 2. It's swarming again, oh crap. And we rolled a 2. Terminate. A saint at each nexus must confront a copy of this threat. Since we're all at the same nexus, I rule that this doesn't happen. Cryptid. Okay, so we're going to try this. We're looking for 15 and we get 18. That's well done. Oh, we need to add 1 mutation die. The second die reads, confront a copy of this threat. Okay, so somebody has to do this anyway. So first of all, she manages to do this. So that's good. And next up is Gabriella. She's also going to, Ruby is the other lucky person who's going to have to work against this one. And she has sense 2 and 3 rage, and she's going to try and win against it. And she does only just, but she does for 11. So this one goes away. Very well done. Goes away as well. And we could, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to risk this. Okay, so it's, no, that's a draw pile. 6. And we're going to check the top 2 cards. And it is Cryptid again and Geofence. Okay. It's now Gabriela Vargas, and she draws 1 card, and it's an Omen of Hope. Maybe we're going to leave it at what it is like, and she's going to face the Cryptid, She has no sense, but she does have rage 3. And she's going to play the murder board. She's going to add 1 rage die. She gets to recycle this card. Let's see if anyone can help. Yes, we have the Mondrian cell. And we have 2 Mondrian cells. And we rolled 16. That's enough. The cryptid goes away. And she is going to play her Omen of Hope. And that's going to switch the Nexus. And it's a geofence. And she has hack. And she's got body. And in assemble using body, she gets to add 1 bonus die. And she's going to mutate this card because you don't want to take any damage. Gonna roll a die, and we rolled a 6, so we have to re-roll, and it's a 5. 5 actually works, and it's costly. And we rolled a 4. Discard 1 gift. We can't, so it's not gonna happen. And we got 12, so we can re-roll 3 dice. We're going to leave the 3. Going to re-roll these, and that was enough. So we're going to get this card, and we're going to get 2 additional cards. And next up is our friend here. We really need to run now. Trash the highest rage die. It is sword cane. We have strike and 3. And yeah. We have to trash the 6, but this still leaves us with 12, so the sword cane is ours. We can't investigate anymore. It's now Alice Moon. She's going to draw a card. It's an Omen of Doom. 1 body or rage damage. Yeah, she's going to... yeah, so we're going to take Omen of Doom Extravagance. It is a gift which we have to avoid, but we automatically close the Nexus, which is super. She has 6 cards in her hand, so she doesn't need to draw. She's going to move, and everybody's going to go with her. So in this case, nobody needs to move, literally, because we just bring the Nexus to us, and it's the cul-de-sac. And we are now going to check out the top 2 cards. It's Lost Soul and Therapy Dog. And it is Gabriella. She's going to draw a card. And it's an Omen of Hope. She's going to play straight.